Hope you guys are having a blessed day today. I want to talk about what this channel is really all about. And what this channel is really all facing toward is the recognition of what we truly are. I believe that when you recognize what you truly are, you have the free will, the capability of discerning which energies inside of you are serving you and which energies inside of you are not serving you. So, for example, if you don't see what you truly are as this witness consciousness, I'll call it, then you get captured by the contents within this witness consciousness. So if you're having a bad thought, you're having a negative pattern, a negative framework of viewing the world, a negative conditioning that you've just been, handed down by society. If you don't recognize that that is not what you truly are, and that what that is something that's arising within you, that can be seen by you, then you've been captured by it. And when you've been captured by things, you don't have the free will to choose which programs you've been given that you want to let go of and which programs you want to adopt and actually kind of harvest within yourself. Because we're all just given, it's funny, we're given a set of programs by this external world, and we don't question them. When you're growing up as a kid, you just take what's given to you. Whatever programs your parents had, whatever programs your friends had, your enemies, everything. And we don't question these things. And it is my view that true freedom comes when you recognize your true self. Because when you can recognize your true self, you have the freedom to, I don't want to say, you don't want to kill anything, If you have a negative program that's coming up inside of you, negative thought form, negative energy, negative feeling, you can't just fight your way through it. And it's like that toxic positivity mindset. That doesn't necessarily work. It's not about fighting through these things and killing certain programs. It's about having that witness consciousness that you are, that awareness. See the thing, allow the thing, and decide not to engage in it. That's where the control, that's where the power comes from in your life. That's where you get to choose what you get. That's where your choice becomes available to you. When you hate feeling that negative thing so much, that resistance is playing within you, you don't want to feel it, you're giving that thing energy still. It's that resistance that's playing in you that you're not aware of. It's an extra layer that's playing above it. And not only that, even if you don't change your life for the better with this recognition of what you are, even if you don't change your life, say make conscious decisions about, this is not something I want to keep entertaining, or this is something I want to adopt. Even if you don't do that, just that power of detachment, that power of separating yourself from this thing, it just brings so much space, so much peace into your life. It brings this just sense of ease because you recognize that ultimately nothing is capable of touching you. And what you truly are is not time bound. It is not part of this changing field of things. So this is just a bonus, because with awareness you can actually decide, and you can do whatever you want. I make no requirements of you, but ultimately don't make this choice for your personal greed. You know, these new programs you want to adopt, let them be for the betterment of our world and ourselves. Like, let's just use an example of a couple of core beliefs that we could potentially, take to be reality. So within this conscious space, there could be a core belief of other people are untrustworthy, bad, selfish, demeaning, and ultimately cruel. That is one belief. And yes, there may be parts of this belief that are true in some certain circumstances. Yes, there may be truth to both sides, but we don't need to get into that. We can decide which energies we want to adopt. And it's not about the actual truth of the belief system. It is about the effect that it brings in our life. That's where we care, and every flip side of a coin is going to have truths to both sides. So that's one belief. Now flip that on its side. There could also be a core belief within this conscious space. Other people are good. They're trying their best. They want the best for themselves, and they also want the best for you, ultimately. Other people you can trust. Trust is given until it's broken. And other people are what you want to serve in this life. That's core belief too. Now, of course, both beliefs have truths to them. But which one do we, as this conscious being, want to adopt? Which one has more use for our life? Which one has more abundance that it's going to bring to us? And not in a selfish way, but in a well-being way for everybody. I think that choice is incredibly obvious. I don't think I even need to say it. You know intuitively which one of those two core beliefs is beneficial. Now, why do we just believe the things we believe in? Why do we just go about deeply kind of feeling these certain things about the world? It's because we've been conditioned by pains and troubles, and it's put ideas into our heads because we don't want to feel those things again. We don't want to feel those negative energies that brought that core belief into our life. We don't want to feel that again. Therefore, we adopt this new core belief that protects us. But the reality is, man, the life that you've lived so far is not based off of all reality. It's based off such a subliminal aspect of everything, Someone who was traumatized by a car accident, if they had been a block down the road earlier and they never saw it out of their, side mirror, never saw that decapitated child or whatever they saw, they would have a totally different life view. So ultimately, there are truths to every belief, and nothing is ultimately true. Everything that's relative to this vast consciousness that we are is all relatively true. It doesn't hold any absolute truth to it. The only absolute truth that there is in this universe that we experientially can notice is that we exist in some form as this awareness. Nothing in terms of, that's the only knowledge that we have, ultimately, is that you can see from somewhere. You experience from somewhere. And this experiencer, this experiencing, it can't be seen, because if it were to be seen, then there'd be something experiencing that, and that would not be it. So this is what I hope to kind of let us all see, is that we take ourselves to be this person. We have a personality. We take ourselves to be, you know, whatever your name is, Marissa, John, Joel. You know, you take yourself to be this idea that you've built of yourself. But ultimately, even that idea, that belief about yourself, that is just another movement in what you truly are. So I hope the concept of this video makes sense. So I just want to kind of end it with a few minute meditation here. You're welcome to join if you'd like, or you can, you know, cut the video. Of course, there's no requirements for you doing this, and if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. But if this resonates and you want to do a meditation with me right now, we're just going to sit here for a few minutes. And I hope to kind of give you cues to introspect yourself. This is not me giving you knowledge. This is me letting you remember and recognize the things that are already within you. So if we just close our eyes, I'll do this with you. And as you close your eyes, just feel your body. Feel your whole body, wherever you are, whether you're laying down, seated, standing. Just feel whatever sensations that tell you you have a body. Could be tightness, tingling, warmth, cold. Just observe it. You can see that your body arises within your awareness. Your awareness does not live in the body. Rather, it's the other way around. Your body is within your awareness. This feeling you're feeling of your body, this sense of tingling, pressure, this is all arising within your awareness, within your consciousness. So there's something prior, something that notices all of these changes within the body. And even this, even that watcher, that sense that you're watching the sensations of your body, even that is seen by something. But that's something you cannot say. It's just seen. And just as an introspection here, can you see yourself? And don't think about it as a question, as an intellectual understanding. Feel it. Really look. Take the action of looking rather than thinking. What sees everything? Not by sight, but by awareness. Now listening to the sounds wherever you are, we follow this same introspection. As the sounds hit your eardrums, there's no inside of you and outside sounds. There's just hearing. And taking this same introspection, what is hearing? Who hears? Are you doing anything to hear? Or is hearing just happening? I think that's good for today, guys. I hope if you maybe even found a glimpse of what I'm talking about, that there's this impersonal space in which the contents of your consciousness appear. And this space ultimately is you, because it is the only thing in your life that doesn't change moment to moment. The only thing. So hope you guys have a blessed day, and I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.